No, I think for me, what I started to realize, particularly because I've been acting for so long, as Paul has too, and I also grew up in a family who made films, didn't just act in them. I think for me, I started to realize that I was curating what I wanted to be a part of, and making relationships, and making not only relationships with filmmakers, but making relationships with financiers, and making relationships. And all of a sudden, I realized, oh wow, I think I have these relationships, and someone else is doing it, and let me see what I can do with these relationships. And then I just started to realize nobody really wanted me to do it. And then I realized I was a producer. Just failure after failure. And that continues to this day. And that is, I think, what it actually has enlightened me as an actor. And I think it has brought me a real perspective on, particularly, I think probably Paul can speak to this even more about time, you know. Maybe a little bit probably more money than time, but same thing, you know, when you're making a film. And I would just add to the comment about Ed. For anybody here who makes films, you know how hard it is to work with a kid, and you only have really 5.5 hours to work with them. So for Paul to make a movie like this with a budget this small, and make it this beautiful, and make it this patiently, with that kind of aesthetic, and his entire crew that he assembled and was so lovely to. I never saw him be anything but lovely. Is an extraordinary feat for a first-time filmmaker, and should be applauded. Yeah. This is me producing the shit out of you.
And one other thing I could mention is that, Jake, you were, among your most famous films, Donnie Darko and Nightcrawler, were first-time directors.
Yes, they were, yeah.
Is there an excitement for you as an actor when you're in sort of like undiscovered country with a filmmaker?
Undiscovered. You know, yeah, I think there's a thrill. I think there's some sort of thrill. And I think you just know when you meet someone if they're a filmmaker or not. I think you do. And that is something I just can feel in my heart. I have an instinct for nothing, literally, but that. But that's really fun and very exciting. Also really exciting to work with people who other people have only given a shot to, or they've worked once and then the second film didn't work, but you know they've got something great. And that's a thing in our business that I think people they push people away, particularly filmmakers, when they've made one good thing and the second one or the third one doesn't but they have something in them, they just haven't been seen. And I love that too. I love all of those spaces because that's the career I've made as an actor. All the people going, you know, he's good, but just like a little soft, you know. And I think those types of comments are not true about most of us. And I love being able to help someone really be true to themselves.
Congratulations, both you guys. Thank you so much.